Princess Court was the seat or the residency for the Duke of Mecklenburg who lived, who had his actual residency in his Berlin. Capital of Mecklenburg was always the seat of power here, and this is then where the state government even today resides. But whenever the Duke wanted to visit his other cities, so either Wismar or Rostock, for instance, he needed a place to stay. And behind me here, this Princess Court is where he stayed then pretty much up until the 30-year war. So afterwards, this was by the Swedish, was turned into a tribunal court. So the King of Sweden did not make his residency in this place as well. And the tradition that was kept up until today. So as you can see over there, that sign, Amtsgericht means district court. Here, just the same, complete with a small prison right next to it. However, the architecture of this place looks a little different than the very simple brick facade that you would see otherwise in a city like this. And the way this came to be is quite interesting, I think at least. So people like the dukes would go on official business all over Europe. They would go to northern Italy, to Spain, to France, and of course also look at other buildings and how other rulers or other nobles lived. And here in this case, the Duke of Mecklenburg-Schwerin went to Verona, it's in Italy of course, and saw the so-called Palazzo Rivarella in that city and was taken fancy to it. So he thought, well, this is a pretty nice building, I want something similar, Gesundheit, where I live. And he tasked his architect to build him something similar. And this Princess Court resembles that palazzo almost to the dot. So it's pretty similar, and this whole influx of architectural styles from other places, so this is rather Renaissance, a lot of detail, a lot of ornation, small sculptures, looks unlike all the other rather simple facades that you would have here. This then later really converged with the brick architecture to what was then coined Mecklenburg Renaissance. And buildings, especially official buildings at the middle of the 19th century, were all built in this style. So they used bricks only, and no sandstone or limestone or anything for their facades, bricks only, but they made it as elaborate as they could nonetheless. And this is then how many of the, as I said, court buildings or university buildings of the late 1800s were fashioned after. But it started off with buildings like this, where you all of a sudden had these very richly decorated places in a rather,